Heartbreak sucks. Let's be real. I'm 23, just got out of a 5-month relationship, and honestly, I'm still figuring things out. But I've been through this before. A 5-year relationship, then single, then another relationship, and now single again. So whether you're swiping left and right, nursing a broken heart, or even happily coupled up, I've got 5 hard-earned lessons about relationships to share. Let's get into it. The first lesson is to be honest with yourself as to what you want. You see, companionship is important. It's in our human nature, and we all seek it. So you have to ask yourself why you want a girlfriend. Is it to fill a void? Is it because you feel lonely? Is it because you strictly want that companionship? Because I'll tell you this, a girlfriend or a partner shouldn't be there to fix you. They should be there to add to your life. When it comes to getting a girlfriend, you want a partner that aligns with you. The better they align with you, the better it'll work out, and the happier you'll be in that relationship. The more changes and adaptations you have to make, the more it becomes forced and feels like work. The best thing I recommend you do is grab a journal and write down 10 things about yourself and how you are. For example, I value my space, and I'm focused on my career. Then, on a new page, write down 10 things you want in a partner. Someone who gets you, who respects your space, who's also driven. This helps you get clear on what you really need. My last relationship ended because of mismatched expectations. She wanted way more attention than I could give, like hours of FaceTime while she studied. Look, I'm 23, I'm building my career, I'm trying to juggle everything. I told her, I care about you, I want this to work, but I can't give you 100% of my attention, 100% of the time. I was still calling her daily, texting, seeing her multiple times a week, but I needed her to understand that I have other priorities too. It wasn't anyone's fault, really. We just wanted different things from the relationship, and ultimately, we couldn't give each other what we needed. That's why lesson 2 is super important. Be direct with your partner. A lot of times, you can be blinded by love and become a version of yourself that isn't truly you, but simply someone who fulfills what they are looking for. You have to give them you and not who they want you to be. In my first relationship from 15 to 20, the 5-year relationship, this was something I struggled with a lot. I felt like I was always walking on eggshells because I never wanted to upset her, so I would give in to doing certain things simply because I knew it would please her, even though I didn't necessarily want to do them. That's something I learned the hard way. In my first relationship, I was a total people pleaser. Walking on eggshells, constantly adapting, doing things I didn't even want to do. But I grew from that. In my most recent relationship, when she wanted hours of FaceTime, I was straight with her. I explained where I was in life, what my priorities were, and why that wouldn't work for me. I was prepared for it not to work out, honestly. But being direct was so much better. No more walking on eggshells. It ended things sooner, sure, but it was way less forced and healthier for both of us in the long run. One of the biggest things I've learned is the importance of upfront honesty. Your partner needs to understand exactly who you are, what you're about, and what you expect from the get-go. Sacrifice is part of any relationship, sure. Things won't always be perfect, and compromise is key. But there's a line. When you're constantly sacrificing your own happiness, that's a red flag. Now, before I even get into a relationship, I lay everything on the table. This is who I am, these are my expectations, this is where my head is at. No surprises, no curveballs, they know what they're getting into. Lesson number 3, and this is a tough one. Learn to love your own company. Seriously, whether you're in a relationship, single, or somewhere in between, enjoying your own presence is essential. After my 5-year relationship ended, I was single for 2 years, and those 2 years were huge for me. I grew so much as a person. I focused on my content creation, started businesses, deepened my friendships, and got closer to my family. It was a time of incredible personal growth. I focused on myself. I got in the best shape of my life, worked out every single day, watched my nutrition, journaled, meditated, actively learned, read books, and watched podcasts. I was alone but not lonely, because lonely is not being happy alone. I was enjoying my own presence, and as a result, it made me a better version of myself for my future partner. That's not to say you can't grow when you're in a relationship. Actually, when you are in a relationship, I noticed that because you have a girlfriend, and you're not fixated on trying to get a girl, it's actually less of a distraction, and you tend to focus more on what you're doing, if you have the right girlfriend, of course. The right girlfriend gives you your space, gives you your time, and understands who you are and how you are. But it works both ways. You have to enjoy your presence, whether you're in a relationship or not. Use that time wisely, and when you are in a relationship where you're not distracted by trying to get girls, and you're focusing not only on your relationship, but also on your personal growth, your family, and your friends, you just always have to make sure you value yourself, enjoy your own presence, and focus on your continuous growth, no matter if you're single or in a relationship. For anybody who has gotten out of a relationship, been broken up with, or had their heart broken, you'll always find someone else. The biggest thing people always say is, "I'll never find anyone like her." And that's true. You'll never find anyone like her because no two people on this earth are the same. That doesn't mean she was the best for you. It just means you won't find anyone exactly like her. But you might find someone better for you. It's hard to let go of anyone or anything that was part of your life, even if deep down you know it's not meant to be, simply because you care for that person. However, when things end, you move on. You focus on yourself, you put your head forward, and you continue. Life goes on, and you always have an element on your side that guarantees things will get better. And that element is time. With time, wonderful things can happen. With time, you get over people. With time, you forget. With time, you move on. After you break up, after it's over, you take it on the chin, appreciate it for what it was, reflect on it, learn from it, and move on. One of the hardest lessons to accept, but one that many people need to accept, is that it's okay to be single. Especially if you're watching this and you're under 25 years old. I know you want that companionship and you'll get it one day, but don't rush it. There's no reason to rush it. Right now, you have a privilege. You get your full, undivided attention toward yourself and your personal growth. Use that. Prioritize that. I think of everything I do now as building a foundation for my future family, my future wife, and the people I care about. Those 2 years of being single, that's where I grew the most. Personally and professionally. It's okay to be single. You'll find your person. This is your time to focus on you. For anyone in a relationship they're scared to end, I get it. In my first relationship, I was terrified of breaking her heart. 5 years later, we broke up. Now, 3 years after that, everything's good. She's moved on. I've moved on. Time really does heal. You'll be okay. A huge part of being single, or even in a relationship, is knowing how to connect with people. That's how you build real connections. A lot of people focus on self-improvement, which is great, but they isolate themselves. They work out, journal, learn, all good things, but they forget a crucial piece: socializing. You have to develop your social skills too, and I've got something that can help. I've created a brand new social skills guide to help you level up your communication and connection skills. It covers everything from understanding your current challenges to approaching people with confidence. Check out the first link in the description for all the details. Hope this video helped. This has been on my mind for a while, and after my recent breakup, I knew it was time. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.